Okay, hello everyone. Hopefully sound is a whole lot better. Let me know as you come in how it is. I'll just get the chat again on the screen, and hopefully we've got a bit of success with sound. Let me know. I'm sorry to have a few of you jump over from the first try onto this one. Hello Guinea Pig Sue, you're here first. How is the sound? Any change? Hi Alexis. I am tired. Hi Diana. Absolutely. Hi Tam Tam. Is the sound better? Excellent. That's really great. So it's coming through fine. Right. Set up there. Okay. So it has been a huge day today. Hi Karina Van der Belden. Karina, how are you? You can hear me. Excellent. I've changed a few things around and hopefully it's working better. So we'll see. So it's been a huge day here today. We kicked off a few moments ago and we'll give people a little bit to join us while they come across. We've got a few people popping in. Hi, Robert, you found me. Jane, hi. Tammy, you're the only one that's low for, so, or maybe everyone's being polite now. So, okay, so it is 5:30 in the morning here. I have not been to bed as yet. In fact, it's now 5:54 in the morning. We're going for 6 a.m. So I have not had sleep as yet, and I actually need to be up at 8:30. So we're off to a bad start today already. So it has been a huge day. As you know, Turtle went to the vet today, and there's a lot to discuss with you about that. Very much exhausted, Guinea Pig Sue. Yeah, I had quite a few things to do. And when I leave the shelter for several hours, I always have a big workload to catch up on. But it also gave me a chance to do other things that when it's quiet, I can get with it and do that. Okay, so euthanasia. Let's have a quick chat about that. For people who have not known about what was going on, Turtle is a guinea pig that came to us as a baby, very badly deformed, and she, just moving a piece down there, hopefully the sound stays the same. Super, super low for you, Carrie. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Some people have got it, some haven't, so we'll keep going. Hopefully you can bear with me. Let me check one setting. Let's see how that is. No, no change here. Okay. I don't think I'm able to improve it at the moment, guys. So, euthanasia is a really difficult conversation to have. And with the little guinea pig that we had called Turtle, sorry, this sound is actually putting me off. I'm going to try and do this. Can I do that? No. Okay. We'll have to live with it. Euthanasia, a really difficult topic. It is one that comes up from time to time when people have animals that are unwell or that are reaching a point of end of life where decisions can be made to actually intervene or not intervene by way of euthanasia. Euthanasia itself, there's a lot of different methods, or yeah, several methods that can be done with that. But the process effectively is very quick and, if done correctly, very, very calmly, and the animal is unaware of slipping away. With Turtle, who came to us, she was badly deformed and she had has all four limbs badly deformed. She is blind and also deaf. So she has a number of complications going on. She had mobility up until 3 days ago now, and then something changed. And we felt perhaps it was weight bearing, perhaps it was um, the inability to move correctly, perhaps it was something else like a muscle torn. I didn't suspect a bone breakage, but it was possible that something could have been dislodged, mainly because there was no swelling in any of the limbs that was abnormal. So today was a big vet day with her to investigate what was going on and if in fact we needed to address the issue of euthanasia. Hi Gigi, hi Tammy, hi Carrie, and Janice. Hello. So are there any healthy piggies? Yes, we have lots of healthy piggies. Many, many. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, because it's a huge, huge workload. So the short and the long of it is that Turtle is still with us. So she has not been put to sleep, as I was almost fearing may need to be the case, because at this stage she's completely dependent upon what I do for her in providing her with food and care. Now, there are some reasons for that, and there was a lot of discussion in previous um, lives about it, but perhaps I can just share with you now where she is. Let's do this, and we'll swap you over. Hold on. I'm going to do this. And then this. Okay, hopefully you can see her. Here she is. And hopefully I've swapped that round correctly. Yeah, Turtle is still here. We take euthanasia extremely seriously. Now, it is still not off the cards, if you like, as far as Turtle is concerned, because if her health deteriorates further, then we'll need to address that. But essentially, she had many scans today. And what was really interesting is that her bone health is actually fantastic, despite the incredible deformities that you can see in terms of the direction of her limbs and where they go. And we'll just pop it over so everyone can take a look. Okay, Turtle, hold on. So as you know from other videos, she's quite comfy being in different locations. Hello, sweetie. And she loves being held. Hello. There we go. It's a bit more settled. So her limbs, her front arms go and swing directly to the right. She's got one leg which can retract and bend, fully extended, and the other one down here near my thumb, which moves quite well. So it is a reprieve for now, guinea pig Sue. Hello. I think she's wanting some food. That's what she's telling me. So I'm just going to pop her over and let's do that. Hold on. Little one, hold on. Okay, I know that's not the best. But with all of her limbs in every direction, her bones are perfectly formed, and in fact she has really good bone density. So everything is on track. So what they have discovered is that this is a neurological issue that we're dealing with, which in part is why things may have become worse. There we go. You're like, let's put that. I want to feed you one. Yes, she's wanting some dinner. Here we go. So which is why in part things have become worse. No, she can't have surgery, Tam Tam. It's actually occurring within her brain. She effectively has a brain injury. They feel that it's more than likely it occurred at time of birth and possibly through lack of oxygen. Now, there's a number of knock-on effects with this when we have an animal that is in this way, and that may be what she's experiencing right now with the deterioration of her limbs and moving ability, is that has deteriorated somewhat more, and it can cause fluid on the brain, which isn't there presently, but that's one of the things to watch out for. You can see her. Oh, she got my thumb. She's completely blind, so you've got to watch out for those little gnashes. Oh yes, Nicole, she has a fabulous appetite, and up until 3 days ago she was moving around really well. But now, of course, her limbs have become more compromised, and we were really concerned her front left shoulder in particular wasn't weight bearing with her increasing weight. But we now know that this is all neurological, and that the hope right now is that we can do physio with her. She has various positions that she's in, different brace positions that she gets put into, and that she can work with that and regain her ability to move. Now, I know, isn't it, Diana? It's quite astounding because she is really so deformed. And, you know, in terms of eating and responding to touch, she's amazing. But, yeah, this is completely within her brain. So we hope that we can get her back to a state of moving and having independence. If we can't do that, then it's going to be difficult. Nicole says, sorry, I don't always stay totally up to date being in the UK, fingers crossed. Yeah, Nicole, she's fully able to eat and poo. Everything's been normal. Her coat's glossy and lovely. She's been through a lot today, so she's, I don't know what's going on up here at the moment. I think she's been laying in something. It's just her coat. So she can flip herself around in all sorts of directions, but a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, she gave up the ability to walk. No, Robert, completely with me. Want some more of this? I want some leaf. There we go. She's been here about, well, 2.5, 3 weeks now, just with me. Yeah, Jane, I hope so too. She's super cute, as you can see. But there are other complications which I haven't shared with you. For example, bloat is one of them. Through immobility, the way that impacts the gut is that there are higher risk of bloat. And she's had a couple of times where we've had to give her some anti-bloat medication just to combat that. And the vet has got her continuing with that, which is fine. And you know, she's a happy little guinea pig overall, but she generally doesn't know which way is up, which is not great. What type of physio can we do? Movement of limbs is really important, Robert, because of pressure sores and it just maintaining the muscle strength and flexibility. While she's not able to control that movement, we can do that. So it's something we have to do with her constantly, and having her in different positions so she's not always weight bearing in the same way, which will allow her better movement overall. Yes, we can use that, Alexis. There we go. This one here. No, she's after the celery. Sorry, I'm just multitasking with equipment and a blind and deaf guinea pig that's and trying to make this work for you all. I hope it's coming through okay. Martin, hi. Yeah, she is adorable. She's really gorgeous. She's certainly a fighter, which is good. Tammy, hi. Actually, she's the same as the other day. As soon as you put food near her, she's always digging and carrying on for it. Other issues that crop up with animals like this that are face down on their side, apart from pressure sores, bloat, those sorts of, they're very serious issues, is actually facial damage. So because she can rest her face where hay or obstructions can get in her eye. So these are other risk elements that we're dealing with all the time. So she's pretty intensive at the moment. I know. What are you up to? Come on. You want some hay? Let's see if she wants hay. She's doing. Look at the poos down here. See the poop? She's a little healthy pooping body. Just going to position this differently. Hold on. I know. Hold on. Let's put you there. Yeah, she's certainly bright-eyed, and I'll give you a little bit. Is this what you want? You want something? Yes. Okay, there we go. She wants that. She's a great hay eater. I don't think we've had hay on here before, but she devours it. And this is where she can get eye injuries because she literally, will bury her face into it to try and get it. She can't see or hear, but she lets us know everything by sound. Yeah, let's hope we can get her back to recognizing correct muscle movement and position so she can regain her ability to move within the cage. So yeah, she's got some challenges ahead of her. Anything could change at any point because, again, they don't know what has transpired in the brain to cause the lack of movement that she had several days ago. So they think it could just be a progression, which means that there's no idea about what her life expectancy will be. Yes, they are, Tam. They're very good. Everything is fine with her. If she were a fully moving guinea pig in terms of, the way we would see her, everything would tick all the right boxes. The only factors are that she's not moving and that she has her limbs going in all directions. And of course, blind and not hearing. That's Luna. She's discovering people are out on the street. You see Luna's a long way away, but she's the little dog that you see in the rescue videos in the window of all the lives. There's been a lot of work for turtle, absolutely. There's lots of things you can do in terms of food that relate to bloat. Essentially, when they have bloat, no mint won't prevent it. It's at a more serious level, and depends again how serious as to what intervention we give. But there's things like barley water and different concoctions people have that can be used to try and offset it. Infocol is one that we use here. It's well known to mums and bubs. It's a type of gripe water, but it contains smithicone, which is the key ingredient for helping with bloat. Now I'm actually holding her over on the left-hand side, and she's raised up on a pillow, guinea pig Sue. Without that, she would topple over again. She has made a couple of attempts today to move around, and while she was having the examinations, she really did not like it, particularly the scans. So, but surprising. And I'll put those scan pictures up later on maybe the Facebook post. We can attach it there, but for YouTube, we can't really pop the photos up. But I'll put her imagery up from all the tests later so that you can see it. But she's certainly a very interesting case in terms of this happening.
So Courtney says, things that work with your timid girls, being patted on the back like a baby. Yeah, because she's blind and deaf, she responds to touch. And if she wants me, she does make different noises. So she's a very vocal little piggy. I don't know if she can hear herself, but certainly she's able to do that. Absolutely, I totally recommend it, Karina. Because if you don't have it in your first aid kit, go out and get some. Definitely. For those of you on other platforms, I'm not sure if you can see the full chat, but Karina is saying with Infocol to keep it in first aid. Absolutely. It's a great product to have on hand. If you're interested in what's in my huge toolkit, let me know in the chat below and I might pop something together for you. It's very large. You can see she's devoured all of that hay. So, surprising turnout and good news, and I do need a nap, you're quite right. It's 6:14 and I actually I'm going to have less than 2 hours sleep tonight. It's one of those days where you think, is it worthwhile going back to bed or not? So, yes. But I think 2 hours will do just fine. For those of you just joining, Turtle is still here with us, and you'll have to go back to the start just to see what's happening with her. But essentially, she has brain damage, which is causing her limbs to move in awkward ways. So she has little control over that at the moment. So we're going to try working with her and see how far we will go. At the same time, 3 days ago, she stopped moving, predominantly because her left shoulder wasn't working as well. And we've now had scans and further tests done to confirm where we're at. Robert said, glad we want to talk about euthanasia. It is really difficult to talk about euthanasia, Robert. I think the other two videos I touched on it probably more in depth because I'm just running out of, lack of brain space through lack of sleep at the moment. But euthanasia is a really tricky conversation to have because emotions are involved. And when we love these small little animals, we want to do the right thing by them. Now, if we have because they are animals, we can't ask them how they're truly feeling. We can only go off how we interpret signals from them. And that means that you need to have a really good connection to them to actually do that. In certainly, she's not going to go anywhere else. She's going to stay right here because that needs to be the case. And, I can certainly understand what she's saying. But the impact of interpreting those signals means that you can then decide that maybe she needs intervention early or not for euthanasia. Now, as it was when we went to the vet today, we had thought that the bones were completely malformed, as with the other girl that we had called Muffin, and she completely had deformation of the bones. Where this little one, it's turned out to be completely neurological. Her bone structure is actually brilliant, really, really brilliant. And in fact, the vet was surprised by how good it was. So that's really positive. But of course, there's very little we can do brain-wise other than to provide the correct nutrients, balanced foods to help support her entire body and hope that she can overcome a little bit of that. So thank you, T. Creighton. What's your first name? It's just showing tea crated up there. Yes, Guinea Pig Sue says she knows when to do it because they're in pain. That's absolutely the number one thing that we look at and consider. If we cannot manage pain, then there's really no question about it. And that we're assuming that pain is long term. So, you know, we're not talking about pain for 10 minutes or for an hour. We're talking about pain that really cannot be managed and long term is going to be a problem. So that's definitely a reason for looking at euthanasia. In the shorter term, it would be a case of looking at different medications to overcome it, to find out what, you know, what's not working. With the other aspect we need to consider is welfare. Now, with this little one, she's not able to move. She's not able to groom herself correctly. So a few moments ago, I showed you where she's sitting. There's a load of poop underneath there, very healthy poop, but she is sitting in that. So it means regular conscious effort to take care of her, make sure she's fine, which is absolutely fine. But, you know, in a normal scenario where people maybe go off to work and they cannot look after an animal at home, and the animal's going to be sitting in this sort of condition constantly, that will lead to sores and other problems like infections that are in addition to the problems that they already have. So the animal becomes super compromised. So welfare is a huge, huge area to look at in terms of how you go forward. Because if you can't provide the support that the animal needs in whatever state they're in, then it's not fair on them to actually continue. Ah, Tammy. Tammy, hi. That's great. Hi, Kay. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a big job. So lots of hours involved. And you can see she's devoured that entire bunch of hay that I popped there. She's done very, very well. Let's see if she wants something else. Hello, little one. I know. Would you like, let's see. Would you like that? No. She wants some more hay. I'll give you another little munch. Let's just, okay. Want that one? Do you want it there? There we go. Want that one? Yeah. So her sense of smell is quite good. No, Robert, she's not. So we actually have to give her some of those, definitely. Exactly. Guinea Pig Sue says, I can't be there every minute. Even with the time we can dedicate, we cannot do that. If she were to get, like, she could never have a water bowl, for example. Firstly, she'd never be able to get to it at the moment, but realistically, she could fall in it and she would never get out. So she could drown. No, there's no steroids an option for her. No, it won't affect anything to do with brain damage. They actually feel, in this case, they feel it's due to lack of oxygen at birth that's caused it. Yeah, it can definitely. They're also very concerned with her being so young. She's only 12 weeks old, Karina. So very different to an adult guinea pig that has a much more established gut and system than what turtle does. So they're balancing a lot of, you know, age-related issues along with health. You're cleaning your cages, Kay. I just finished doing some. The things we do at night. Oh my word. Munch, munch, munch. This is Timothy hay she's got right here. She's munching away on. She had a massive handful of grass earlier today as well. She devoured that. She really loves her food. So there's not any stopping her with that. But in terms of longevity, we really don't know. We can only assess things on a day-to-day basis. Given that things changed dramatically 3 days ago, this could continue to be the case, or it could be that she is able to regain a little bit more control. So for the moment, we're committed to trying to work with her and doing everything we can to support her. And we'll see how far that goes with her. Certainly with Muffin we had from a day of age, and she required a lot of care to get her through. A few of you may remember her. It's really good, Jane. We actually thought that the weight gain was the reason she wasn't moving, that she's gaining all the time, and that perhaps the weight of that on the shoulder area was not possible for her to then continue to move. That often happens in cases where animals are injured, because they're either sore and they can't weight bear on that area, or they don't have the capacity, like muscle structures, bone structures intact, to do the same. But yeah, her weight is really good. You see this down here? She's gaining very well. Oh dear. So it's going to be an ongoing journey, but we'll continue to update you. She melts your heart, Martin. I know, she's super cute. She is. I think Turtle's a perfect name. Turtles don't move much. So it really is very suitable. But hopefully she'll overcome that. Let's hope she can get back to where she was moving around. So we'll see. I know, just a mum. I am just a mum of many piggies too. I do. Well, what time do I go to work today? Actually, I have to be up at 8:30 because our son is going to be up, and I will be transporting him along the way to his place of work, while I then go on to a meeting that I need to have, which is at 10. So we're all up at 8:30, so it's only a couple of hours away. You can see she's actually starting to move around a bit where the food is. She's actually pivoting, if you like, to different locations, which is good. So initially they were considering that it was spinal, and so they've investigated all of it. She's actually been checked out from head to toe, and they had thought it was maybe in the upper thoracic area, which is around here somewhere, and it wasn't. No, no, Tam Tam, no, he doesn't. No. No, and I actually had a little bird tonight. I had dispatched. It's one of the reasons I'm running late. A neighbour had a little quail that was injured, and I was strapping his leg for him. He's off to the vet in the morning. So, yeah, but it's really tricky to strap birds, but we got that done. Kay has a nuded boar with 3 sows. She's clever. You can see she's moving around. She loves her hay, which is terrific. She's doing everything right. No, she hasn't had a bath as yet at all, Kay, because she's so little. She's only 12 weeks, and with all the complications arising, we haven't done that. certainly she will reach a point where we need to. It's not one we're rushing into at the moment, given that 3 days ago she's really started to have problems. But she will soon. Yeah, she's a baby. She's only 12 weeks, if that. Might be 11. I'll have to check the exact date. But she's 11 or 12 weeks now. She came into care with her mum and her sister. So her mum is actually called Mrs. T. It's all the turtle theme, but Mrs. T is the mum and Terrapin is the sister. But of course, this little one, the reason they actually came into care straight away was that we were contacted that this little guinea pig had arrived and had legs in all directions. So that's how she came to be here. The whole family came up. She needed to be hand-fed considerably, so Chantel took on that role in the initial weeks. So thank you to her. And yeah, she's been here for about 3 weeks now, 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. We help who we can. Actually, there's quite a few animals here that I really should update everyone with. You've probably seen a bird called Pidge years ago. He was in Christmas videos. Well, Pidge is still here, and he was actually brought into a motel. He walked into the kitchen. He'd been attacked, and he had very few tail feathers and wing feathers. He'd been badly hurt, but he could still walk. He couldn't fly. So they put him in a box. They heard that, because I've done so much wildlife work as well, but they heard who I was. They brought him down. And Pidge, he's still here. He's really extraordinary. So Pidge will just fly to my hand. But he'd be now 4 or 5 years since he arrived. We have another couple of birds as well that are pigeons from different locations. Pocket Pet Sanctuary up north had some pigeons. They've come down, and then we had another one separate called Vivian. They thought it must have been a girl, but Vivian was from down in Wollongong on a property that they only frequented in the holidays, and they were worried that at the time they'd leave, this bird would stay and not have anyone to feed it. It was a racing pigeon, had little racing signs on there, on racing bands on the arm, and yeah. So anyway, just clean that out for you, little one. I know. Let's do that. Keep that clean. So anyway, Vivian is here, but Vivian is a male bird. So seems to be the case. So Tam Tam, your guinea pig has lost some weight, but he lost some weight is normal. Did he lose the weight slowly or just recently? I know. I'll put him on a video one day. And the hairs are still bouncing around. You often see them in the videos. We call them the Archies because they're all called Archie. No one can tell them apart. So they're all the Archies. So yes, we've got a menagerie here. Yeah, Tam Tam, if he has lost weight recently, regularly weigh and maybe take a look at teeth as well as a full body check to get an idea for what's going on. Teeth is a good place to start. Yeah, pigeons are lovely. Guinea pigs too, they really are. They're so pretty when they come out and land. But we have a lot of wildlife here, and the native noisy miners will instantly start squawking when they're out because they free fly and they're in the cages at night. But of course, the noisy miners will start squawking and making noise to let everyone know that they're out and what's going on. So got out of focus. Is that better? Hopefully. She's had enough. She's full again. She's having a rest. So with that, it's 6:33. I think I should go and get some rest, and I'll show you the little poops that are down here. I know I've got to disturb you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, there we go. See the little pile down there? Right, let's just move you this way. Hold on. Just going to position that again. Oh, he's lost the weight recently, Tam Tam. Yeah, start with checking the teeth. And, oh, she's off again. There we go. More chomping to be done. There we are. She's off again. Nothing wrong with her appetite at all. That's not too far off, Tam Tam. That's not much at all. That's really the difference of urinating. So that wouldn't worry me. What I'd be more conscious of is the next weight that you take to see if it's around that and higher or if it's dropped again. But I wouldn't leave it a month to weigh. I would leave it a week. So if you suspect anything like that, go down to a week rather than a month and see if it's back up. Because literally he could have just urinated, and at the time you weighed him the first time, he needed to go. So urination weight in an adult male is about 25 grams. Yeah, so just weigh again next week and see what and make observations around what food they're preferencing, what they're wanting to eat, what they're not wanting to eat, because that also helps. I'll do a video on this for you because there's a few little things you can do. She's starting to slow down for sure. All right, everyone. Oh no, she's not done yet. There we go again. She's quite an eating machine, isn't she? She's very busy. Very, very busy. It is 6:36, everyone. I do need to go. I will go and get 2 hours sleep. Poor me. But yeah, fingers crossed for her, Guinea Pig Sue. I'll update you should anything happen. It's quite a surprise that it's all neurological for her, but that also gives us hope that she can regain some of the movement that she needs. Bye, Robert, and thank you for your support too, Robert. Debbie, hi. We're just finishing up. I'm sorry, but yeah, definitely pop back to the start, and you'll see what has happened with Turtle and the outcome and what she's been through today. Oh, she loves everything, Tam Tam. She has a good variety. Okay, everyone, take care and good night wherever you are in the world. I hope you stay well and safe. If you do have comments, please pop them down below, because I do go through your comments and love to hear and update on anything that you have questions about. If you're not in our, well, some of you are on the Facebook platform at the moment, and others are on the YouTube channel Cavi Central. So yeah, just to be mindful that there's a couple of different places that we're streaming to at the moment. But we also have the Cavi Savvy community, which is our community group, and the link for that is on the top of the Cavi Central Facebook page. Okay, I need to get 2 hours sleep, everyone, and I hope I'm not too muddled in what I've been saying because I'm exhausted. But I will chat again with you soon. Take care for now.